Christianity, the largest religion in the world, has shaped the course of history for over 2,000 years. Yet, beyond the surface of its teachings, practices, and beliefs lie many controversial mysteries, questions that have long been debated but never fully resolved. In the heart of Christianity is the Catholic faith, a tradition rich in rituals, doctrines, and spiritual authority. But what is it that lies hidden beneath this vast and complex belief system? What controversies surround the Church, its history, and its role in the modern world? Join me as we delve into the controversial mysteries that have long haunted Christianity and the Catholic Church. From ancient practices to modern-day scandals, we explore the questions that have been kept in the shadows and what they reveal about the heart of faith. One of the most controversial aspects of Catholicism is the veneration of the Virgin Mary. Catholics believe that Mary, the mother of Jesus, holds a unique and exalted position in the faith. She is not only the mother of God, but also a mediator between the faithful and God. The idea of praying to Mary, asking for her intercession, has sparked debate for centuries. Critics argue that this practice borders on idolatry, claiming that it detracts from the worship of God alone. They point to the commandment, "You shall have no other gods before me." The doctrine of Mary as the Mother of God was solidified at the Council of Ephesus in 431 AD. Since then, the veneration of Mary has only grown within the Catholic tradition, with doctrines such as the Immaculate Conception and her Assumption into heaven being declared as dogmas. But these teachings have not been universally accepted by all Christian denominations. For many Protestant reformers, such as Martin Luther, the Catholic emphasis on Mary represented a deviation from the purity of early Christian teachings. The controversy continues today, with differing views on Mary's role and her status within the broader Christian tradition. The Pope, the leader of the Catholic Church, holds an authority unparalleled by any other religious leader in Christianity. One of the most controversial claims in Catholicism is the doctrine of papal infallibility, the belief that the Pope is incapable of error when speaking ex cathedra, or from the chair, on matters of faith and morals. This doctrine was officially declared in 1870 at the First Vatican Council, but its origins trace back much earlier. The belief is rooted in the idea that the Pope is the spiritual successor of St. Peter, whom Catholics believe was appointed by Jesus to lead his church. However, the concept of papal infallibility has been a source of division for centuries. During the Protestant Reformation, Martin Luther and other reformers rejected the authority of the Pope, arguing that no single human being could be immune from error, especially on such crucial matters of faith. In modern times, this doctrine has been fiercely debated. While some Catholics believe it reinforces the unity and authority of the Church, others question whether it is too powerful and whether it leads to the centralization of control within the Vatican. The Inquisitions, a name that still carries a shadow over the Catholic Church. Between the 12th and 19th centuries, the Catholic Church, under the authority of the Pope, conducted a series of inquisitions to root out heresy. Thousands of men and women were persecuted, tortured, and executed for their beliefs. The most notorious period of the Inquisition occurred in Spain, where the Catholic monarchs authorized the Catholic Church to root out heresy among their subjects. Those accused of heresy, witchcraft, or deviating from church teachings were often put to the question, a euphemism for torture. The Inquisition is one of the darkest chapters in the history of Christianity. For many, it symbolizes the Church's willingness to use power, fear, and violence to maintain its control. The Church later issued apologies, but the legacy of the Inquisition still lingers in the collective memory of both believers and skeptics. In the modern era, the Catholic Church has been rocked by a series of scandals, perhaps the most significant being the sexual abuse crisis that has plagued the clergy for decades. Stories of priests sexually abusing children have been reported across the globe, with countless victims left in their wake. What makes these scandals even more controversial is the widespread cover-up. High-ranking members of the Church, including bishops and cardinals, were accused of protecting abusive priests and hindering investigations. This has sparked outrage and calls for accountability within the Vatican. Despite some efforts to address the issue and make amends, many believe that the Church's response has been inadequate. For many, this ongoing scandal has eroded trust in the institution and called into question its moral authority. For centuries, the concept of hell and eternal damnation has been a central tenet of Catholic teaching. But in recent years, the Church has softened its stance on the afterlife, raising even more questions. Pope Francis, in particular, has been more vocal about the idea of God's mercy and the possibility of salvation for all souls, not just those who adhere strictly to Catholic doctrine. Yet, many critics wonder whether this new approach dilutes the core teachings of Christianity or offers a more compassionate view of God's justice. This is the implication of a God's justice. This evolving understanding of hell challenges long-held beliefs and brings up the controversial question: is the traditional view of eternal damnation still relevant, or has it been used as a tool of fear and control by the Church? The mysteries and controversies surrounding Christianity and the Catholic Church are as old as the faith itself. From the veneration of Mary to the doctrine of papal infallibility, the history of the Church is filled with complex and often contradictory beliefs. In the end, these controversies reflect the tension between tradition and change, between faith and reason. And as Christianity continues to evolve, the questions that have haunted the Church for centuries may one day find answers or remain forever mysterious. Stay tuned for more fascinating insights as we continue to explore the mysteries of faith and history. Our next video will dive deeper into untold stories that challenge everything you thought you knew. Don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button and be the first to uncover what's coming next.